Who coined the term emotional intelligence? Goldman. Who developed the two-factor theory of intelligence? Spearman. A basic form of learning in which the learner is rewarded with incentives as reinforcement, operant conditioning. The term which indicates the direction of physical motor development of a child is cephalocaudal. The theory of universal grammar was proposed by Chomsky. The process by which children become functioning members of a society. Socialization. A motivational theory comprising of human needs depicted as hierarchical levels is developed by Maslow. The structure of intellect model was developed by Guilford. ZPD stands for the zone of proximal development. A child who cannot learn along with other students of his age and also have a low rate of learning is known as underachiever. The assessment material used to diagnose neurodevelopmental disorder is DST. Bond theory of learning was proposed by Thorndike. When a student justifies his failure by highlighting acceptable reasons, uses the defense mechanism, projection. A child does homework every day because he will get punishment if he fails to do it. This is due to extrinsic motivation. The book Frames of Mind was written Gardner. Genetic epistemology is the contribution of Piaget. The term private speech is related to Vygotsky. Children's apperception text was developed by Murray. Bridges chart is related to emotional development. A student who writes deb instead of bed has the disability, dysgraphia. A period of emotional instability is adolescence. Who proposed the concept of metacognition? John Flavel. The success of the visually impaired children in inclusive setting depends on his mastery over post-curricular skill. The feeling aspect of behavior falls in the dash domain of learning, affective. Which group of children needs Braille system for their learning? Visually impaired. Who has developed a chart on the emotional development of children? Catherine Bridges. The right to education of person with disabilities until 18 years of age is laid down under PWD Act 2016. The initial step in doing a project work is identification of a problem. The tentative statement on the relationship between two variables can be called hypothesis. Who describes adolescence as the stage of life in which the individual's thoughts lead him to identify himself? Erik Erikson. The study about gifted children was initiated by Terman, who emphasized the biological basis of language acquisition. Noam Chomsky, whose name is associated with achievement motivation, McClelland. The term dyslexia means reading disability. Each intellectual activity involves a general factor and a specific factor which belong to it alone. Who formulated this theory? Spearman. According to Piaget, in which developmental stage object permanence develops, sensory motor stage. Who proposed the triarchic theory of intelligence? Sternberg. Chief exponent of meaningful verbal learning theory, Oswald, whose contribution is the trait approach to personality, Alport. Psychology should study observable behavior is an assumption of Behaviorism.